I'm sure there are others have made a similar video regarding this particular subject, but it's something that crossed my mind recently while celebrating the 20th anniversary of GTA San Andreas. Hard to believe that that game came out over 20 years ago. And it was during a time when we were getting a lot more Grand Theft Auto titles being released by Rockstar, and they didn't feel rushed. They actually were pretty good titles, but at the same time, they continue adding better and better like improvements and content to various titles, like case in point from GTA 3 to Vice City to San Andreas. You could see the improvements across the board over the span of those years. So I want to talk about the past several GTAs and the year they came out, just real briefly on each one, extremely briefly. And then we'll get to the topic of this video is GTA 6, the last Grand Theft Auto game. Now, for the record, I don't think it's going to be, but I could see the possibility of it maybe being the final Grand Theft Auto installment, depending on a few factors. So the very first GTA came out when I was a teenager. I was a kid, and it was the very first Grand Theft Auto I played, the original GTA, in 1997. I think a year later it came out for the original PlayStation, and that's when I played it with my friends on one of my friends' PlayStations. Back in the day, we would take turns having a good time at the NPC's expense. And then 2 years later, it would be 1999, and then GTA 2 would come out. Bear in mind, both these games were top-down, and they were both made by DMA Design, which would eventually become Rockstar North. Before they were Rockstar North, it was DMA Design. And then for GTA 3 in 2001, that's when it was officially Rockstar North. And that's, where the rest of the Grand Theft Auto games, would have the Rockstar title at the very beginning. So yeah, I was very excited for GTA 3 after playing the original Grand Theft Auto and GTA 2. And even back then, whenever my friends and I were playing the original GTA, I knew that there was a very real possibility if the Grand Theft Auto franchise ended up being successful, that we might see a 3D version of the game somewhere down the road, because we already had Mario 64 in 3D. We had, I think, Ocarina of Time was already out for the N64. So 360 games were there, 64-bit games. And I could imagine there being a Grand Theft Auto game that was in a 3D universe. So in 2001, we got Grand Theft Auto 3. That game was amazing. Absolutely loved it. But then Rockstar came out with GTA Vice City. And I did do a 20 years later video on that a few years back. And they improved the Grand Theft Auto formula from GTA 3 to GTA Vice City. And then they improved it even more in 2004 with GTA San Andreas. And then in 2005, Liberty City Stories came out for the PSP. I absolutely loved Liberty City Stories. The theme is amazing. Still is one of the best GTA themes. And then a year later, in 2006, we got Vice City Stories. In 2008, we got GTA 4, which was the next big Grand Theft Auto game. Whereas Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories were just, they were smaller GTA games built specifically for the PSP, and I think the PS Vita as well. And along GTA 4 in 2008, we got two really good story DLCs a year later, Lost and Damned, as well as Ballad of Gay Tony. Both came out in 2009. Also in 2009, we got Chinatown Wars. And then the next big Grand Theft Auto title, which has been the only other Grand Theft Auto title so far, I'm not counting the definitive edition, Grand Theft Auto 5, which officially launched, as most of you know, 2013, originally for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 on September 17th, 2013. And over a year later, it would launch again on the PS4, Xbox 5. And then in 2015, it would launch on the PC. So 2014, PS4, Xbox One, 2015, PC. And then in 2022, it would launch yet again on the PS5 and Xbox Series. And of course, we have to acknowledge this game, GTA Online, which is the big reason why GTA 5 has been around for over 11 years, because of the success and popularity of GTA Online. Love it or hate it, it is what it is. So yeah, GTA Online, just like GTA 5, are both over 11 years old now. And that's a huge reason why we haven't got GTA 6 until now. Well, a year from now, hopefully, in 2025. There's only been one non-Rockstar game made in between GTA 5 and GTA 6, and that was Red Dead Redemption 2, another game I absolutely loved back in 2018. And yet, there are definitely other non-GTA games made by Rockstar that I could have acknowledged, but I wanted to stick, for the most part, specifically with the GTA games. So we see a pattern how Rockstar was coming out with GTA games on a very regular basis. It started off like every 2 years, then it bumped up to every 4 years, and now over a decade has passed since GTA 5 was officially released. So that begs the question, if we get GTA 6 in 2025, best case scenario, fall 2025, when do we get GTA 7? Or the sequel or prequel to GTA 6, when does that come out? If we do get GTA 6 in 2025. Now, the big factor that's going to delay a future GTA game is obviously GTA 6 Online, because that's going to launch shortly after GTA 6. I don't know if it's going to be a continuation of GTA Online or if it's going to be a complete restart, reboot. But there's obviously going to be an online mode to GTA 6 Online. And since Rockstar and Take-Two spent over a decade milking GTA Online past several consoles and PC and have made billions of dollars off of GTA Online, rest assured Rockstar and Take-Two have the same plan for GTA 6 Online. So expect at least another decade of GTA 6 Online post 2025. So that means that two scenarios pop up. Either A, Rockstar will rotate back to another non-GTA game for their next game after GTA 6, which means maybe we see that non-GTA game come out around maybe 2030. Rumors are it might be Red Dead Redemption 3, but for the record, as a Red Dead fan, I feel like that story, the redemption story, has wrapped up rather nicely between Red Dead Redemption 1, Red Dead Redemption 2. I would rather the next Red Dead be its own story. Like, Red Dead Revolver is technically its own story, but kind of set in the Red Dead universe. It was the very first Red Dead game. Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2 are its own story as well. So I'm hoping that if they are working on a new Red Dead game, that it will be not Red Dead Redemption 3, but Red Dead something else that starts with an R. I've talked about that before. But that's in the event that Rockstar plans on creating another non-GTA game revolved around the Red Dead universe for a potential 2030 release, hypothetically. Then again, it could be a completely new IP. It could be a long-awaited sequel or prequel to Bully. I doubt it would be a sequel or prequel to Manhunt. I don't think they're ever going back to the Manhunt franchise. But there's also another unfortunate reality that maybe Rockstar Games ends up becoming nothing more than GTA games. And they just focus on building the next GTA game straight after GTA 6, while at the same time milking GTA 6 Online. So earliest that we could possibly see GTA 7, so it would be maybe 2030. I think it's going to really depend on the success or failure of GTA 6 and 6 Online. Now, for the record, I don't think that it will be a failure because of how successful the GTA franchise has been and how much money, especially GTA 5 and Online, have made over the past decade. And the hype, the anticipation for Grand Theft Auto 6, I believe that it's going to easily be the next best-selling AAA game for the rest of the 2020s, especially if it ends up being well-received and it's a great single-player experience and launches an awesome multiplayer in GTA 6 Online, which once again could be milked for, yes, at least another decade, which leads us into the 2030s. So two scenarios. Either GTA 7 comes out in 2030 or GTA 7 comes out in 2035. So we may have a decade to wait, at the very least, till we see the sequel to GTA 6. But that also depends on the factors that I've mentioned. Will Rockstar go back to a non-GTA game for the next title? And will GTA 6 and 6 Online be a success or a financial flop? That will all depend on how fast or how long the wait for a GTA 7 will end up being when it comes to Rockstar's internal schedule. But I don't think that GTA 6 will be the final Grand Theft Auto game. It's just going to be an extremely long wait until we see whatever the next Grand Theft Auto game is post GTA 6. So I hope that Grand Theft Auto 6 is well worth the wait over the past decade and all the hard work that Rockstar has put into Grand Theft Auto 6, because we're going to be playing that game for a very, very long time, especially GTA 6 Online. Could go as long as this version of GTA Online, or perhaps even longer. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, I want to know your opinion about this topic. Do you think that GTA 6 will be the final Grand Theft Auto game? Or do you think that it won't be the last, but at the same time, it might be a quick minute before we get another Grand Theft Auto title post GTA 6? And your predictions, our decade predictions for quote-unquote GTA 7. 2030s? 2040s? 2050s? As always, your thoughts, views, and opinions welcome below in the comments section.